Welcome to the Q&Q edition of Soccer AZ. The AZ. This is the quiz and the question edition. The team today, Helen's here.
Hey.
Joe's here.
Hello.
Tubes is here.
Hello.
Robbie is still away, influencing and probably training with Darren Huckabee.
Definitely. I've said it on the show earlier this week. I can't wait for that video.
It's probably doing
it's
protein.
It's going to be amazing.
It's
going to be his biggest video ever.
It is. Can't wait to watch that. Stay tuned, as after the quiz we have What's Right with Football and Anything But Football, but it's your questions for us to answer first. Helen.
Banff says, which Scottish team would you support if you had to, and why?
You know, you gave me some really good advice. Because I started when I started at Soccer AM, because Chelsea and Rangers are pretty linked.
Yeah.
So I'd always known that link, and I was sort of, I think one show I mentioned it, and you said to me, "Do you really support Rangers?" I don't know nothing about Rangers really. And she goes, and you said to me, "Don't do it because the Rangers Celtic thing is so strong that you said let's just not have a Scottish team." Do you remember that conversation you had with me?
No.
Oh, so you know it was the best advice you gave me, and then I was like, okay, yeah, good point. I'm going to butt out of that because there's no point in being involved in the Rangers Celtic.
It's great advice.
That is good advice, isn't it?
Advice.
Yeah. So that's when we decided.
Yeah. Because I think, don't Chelsea and Rangers have aren't a lot of Chelsea fans, Rangers fans?
Yeah.
I remember saying if you don't actually have an affiliation, just don't.
Yeah,
That's
you told
why.
me not to do it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So because I didn't. Yeah, exactly right. So that's when we decided to support Motherwell. We used to say
St Johnston.
Well, we said Motherwell was for a while, wasn't it? Come on the Mothers.
Come on the Mothers. That was just so for the gag.
Come on the Mothers. And then we had Super Jays.
Because they were the only Scottish team. Were they only a football team with the letter
J? Yeah.
J.
In all the leagues with the letter J. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have an affiliation with a Scottish team?
I don't, and it's really getting on my nerves actually.
Oh.
On Instagram.
Oh.
The last couple of months, there's people going around football grounds and saying, if you didn't support Chelsea, what other London club would you support? It's like,
you just wouldn't. Yeah.
You wouldn't. So I grew up like, my dad's ashes are underneath Stamford Bridge. The first picture of me is with Stamford the Lion, as a to make sure I was Chelsea. So I just wouldn't support.
What, the actual lion, the mascot?
My dad bought me a toy. Okay. As soon as the first picture, he just put Stamford the Lion in, like, you're Chelsea.
Yeah. I've noticed Stamford the Lion over the years. He's changed the way he looks. Yeah.
Well, he's got older, I guess, hasn't he?
I'm not sure. Well, he actually looks younger.
There's Bridget now as well.
Bridget the Lion.
Bridget the Lion. So I have no affiliation with Scottish football or any other team apart from Chelsea. However, I've said it on this podcast before, the Old Firm derby is the best derby in the world.
Amazing. I actually really like Hearts and Hibs as well.
Yeah, I mean,
that's huge.
I like really Scottish football, but I don't follow a team.
I really like those derbies. The Hearts and Hibs one's massive. It's absolutely massive. Helen, what's the next question?
Next question. So the answer to which Scottish team would you support if you had to? The answer is all four of us. No one.
No one.
Yeah.
Right. Tom Leicester says, right, if you could change one rule to help the game, what would it be?
Easy. I bore people with this, but simulation, post-match, imprisonment for people. Like maybe just a month in prison. Or flogging in the town square. No,
stocks. Bring back the stocks.
Stocks, yeah.
Outside the ground.
Genuinely think it's gone so far in favour of the attacking player, and I want to see challenges in the game. I don't want to see the nasty crap, two-footed challenges and all that horrible stuff we used to have to watch. But I want to see people be able to compete for the ball, and it's not helping the refs with the simulation. And I think we have. I think after the match, if you've done a simulation, if your leg's been hit and you go down holding your face, we'll get the ex-pros in to look at it and go, that's nonsense, and then you get a 2-match ban. Something like that, because the attacking players are the ones that people need on the pitch to score the goals, but they're the ones who are doing it. And I just think we need to readdress the balance so we can compete for the ball and not have people cheating, going down all the time. I thank you.
Oh, I like it. What do you reckon, Sheeps?
Yeah, don't know. I stopped listening after about 30. Do you know what I'd change?
What
really gets up my hooter? Half time.
Get rid of half time.
Just put like 15 minutes of it. It's like, and you've got to stand around for 15 minutes. It's like, just make it 5 minutes.
Just
and
get them to
back
switch
out there.
ends, yeah?
Yeah.
I like that. Why is it 15 minutes?
I don't know. You just got to stand around and just like do nothing for 15 minutes, having just wait for him to come back out.
How long does it take to do a team talk at half time?
Well, make it 5 minutes.
Well,
If you've
that's what
only
I mean.
got 5 minutes, make it 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I like it. I'm with you.
Maybe take the. I've said this before as well. Maybe take the subs back down from 5 back down to 2 or something as well. So you're actually
you've got
supporting
too much option now.
supporting a
haven't you?
team. You're not supporting a squad. I think it's better if you just got 11 players on the pitch. You can swap in a couple of out. Maybe you can do an injury sub as well or something.
Robbie, the massive influencer, came up with one, didn't he? He said
was
bring
that?
back the penalties from halfway lines.
Yes.
Yeah, instead of a penalty shootout, do the when they run from the halfway line.
What, USA 94?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That'd be
Helen,
good.
got any?
Mine, I think I'd have to go back probably about 20, 25 years. So the one thing in the women's game that I've always thought has been a massive disadvantage is generally women aren't over 6 foot tall. So I would have brought the goals for the women's game, just the crossbar down a little bit. Maybe just make the goals a tiny bit shorter, because I felt at the start of the development of the women's game, it was always the goalkeeping side that was less successful than other areas on the pitch.
Good shout.
And do you know what we? So I'm not going to mention names, but the last couple of years of Soccer AM before it ended, we actually asked a women's goalkeeper about this, and she did not like it one bit.
Oh, okay.
No,
Right.
it's not
Okay.
popular.
Ah.
I do realise it's not, which is why I said I think if you go back
Right.
But yeah,
a few years, but I think
Yeah.
I always think that I feel. I don't want to say I feel sorry for the goalkeepers because they're not as taught. Like, I know I'm being disrespectful here to women's goalkeepers, which I apologise for. But I think the game may have advanced further faster if we'd brought the goals down and in respectively.
They've done a brilliant job with that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. One more quick question.
PK the Apprentice says biggest shock in football history.
You know, it's Leicester City. Yeah, it's got to be Leicester
Yeah,
City.
you were gonna
say that.
And do you know that
Proof.
that none of you lot know anything about football, that no one knows anything about Gary Lineker's in his undercrackers on telly, because no one knows anything about football, and Leicester City proved that. And you know who else proved it? Is
Blackburn Rovers.
Denmark.
Denmark.
Yeah,
won the
no,
Euro.
Denmark.
Yeah.
They were on the beach. They came back and they won it.
Yeah.
So you know, there you go. They proved football's great at proving that no one knows anything about it. It's a wonderful sport because of that. Man City this season, no one sees them, did they? No one saw them losing all those games. Proof.
Makes fools of us all.
Should we have a quiz?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Welcome to the Unfair Football Quiz. It is unfair because football is unfair. It's blooming unfair.
So unfair.
Totally,
It really
totally
is unfair. Before I tell you about the quiz, let's meet our two competitors. First up is a York City fan called Sam. Sam is a policeman. No, he's not actually. He's a police officer from York, and he works as a football officer for York, Harrogate and Scarborough Sea Dogs. His fun fact is he played cricket against Nigel Martin in the York and District Senior League. Hello, Sam.
Now then, you all right?
Hello, mate.
Hello, Sam.
Very good. What's it like being a copper at York, Harrogate and Scarborough Sea Dogs?
As you can imagine, we don't get much disorder at them smaller clubs, but it's quite interesting.
Are you a regular copper as well, nicking people for doing bad stuff?
I am, but that's just a little job on the side we do.
Do you like doing the footy stuff?
Yeah, I love it.
Do you bat or bowl?
Engine. I try to bat.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you decent though? Are you a good player?
Probably not. Probably not.
Very modest,
I'm
isn't he?
alright.
Yeah.
I like him. It's cool.
I don't fancy his chance in this quiz. He's
No,
down on himself.
I think he's.
You've got to have a bit
silent
more.
assassin.
Sam, you've got to be a bit more positive.
Yeah,
What was Nigel Martin like at cricket?
It was good. He's I bet you can't imagine where what he does.
Wicketkeeper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Did he
Good,
get?
good
Did he,
bat as well.
did he catch you?
He didn't. No,
No?
he didn't. Thankfully.
Okay.
But that would have been a better fact.
That would have been a really good fact. Yeah,
Once
You're
got caught
winning
out
the
by
league.
Nigel Martin.
yeah, that would have been good. Helen,
You're
Yeah.
winning the league this year, Sam.
I think we are. We need a big January, and I think we'll kick on and hopefully get the promotion that we need.
Yeah, you are.
I don't want to be rude.
Moment.
I don't want to be rude, but what league are you in?
Oh, National League. Top at National League.
National League. Who else is up there with you?
Forest Green.
Barnet, Forest Green. But it's all very close. So it's a bit up, down, up, down.
Did you play football as well, Sam?
Yeah, I still play, yeah.
Did you play for the police?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's find out who your competitor is, Sam. Next up is a Gillingham fan called James. James lives in Medway in Kent and he works as a shop assistant at Tesco's. James' fun fact is this is his words, by the way, he's probably Gillingham's only albino fan. Hello, James. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, mate.
James, are you at the big Tesco's or the Tesco's local?
Well, it's kind of the same, really. It's a big Tesco's, kind of.
Big Tesco's, yeah. All the best stuff happens at the big Tesco's. Are you one of the big Tesco's which does clothes as well? Cause
No.
You don't do
Just
clothes?
No.
Stationery?
Has anyone been to that Tesco's near Skye recently, where you all used to work?
It's massive.
I mean, it's got an escalator up, and it goes up, and it's got a two floor supermarket. I mean, that when people say
This is.
when
Tell
people,
me you live in the city without telling me you live in the city. That's so you, Lovejoy.
Why?
You're fascinated by a supermarket that has 2 floors to it. You know, that's the rest of us. That's our big supermarket. You live in London, where everything's teeny tiny.
And do you know what they have as well? They have magnets in the wheels so your trolley doesn't roll when you go up the escalator.
Yes,
Up
that's
the thingy.
Oh,
really?
knowledge.
Yeah. Have you not noticed that?
No.
I didn't take a trolley up there. I'm
Try it.
London,
Tell you,
so
next time you're in there,
I
try
just
it.
shop
Treat
to eat.
yourself.
Shop to eat. They do
Yeah,
clothes in
in the
there and
basket.
everything. It's unbelievable.
Stationery.
I think they.
Tim Lovejoy, surprised by supermarkets.
Yeah, but I mean, like you remember because I remember that Tesco years ago, and there was a clothes department in it. George, is it?
George, yeah.
George.
No, that's
Asda.
Asda.
What's the James? What's the
Florence,
closer?
is it
What's the close?
F&F.
F&F.
Yes.
Yeah, Helen
Oi,
Chamberlain.
language, language, guys.
Language,
Come on,
down.
come on. So yeah. So what's the big seller at Tesco's then at the moment?
Oh, God.
How's your meal? Do you have a meal deal going on there?
Top meal deal.
Those club cards are good.
Because I've understood that they've moved yogurt into a meal deal, and that's not good, is it? Because
Instead
Yeah,
what?
normally the pouch ones.
right, okay.
Or the way you squeeze into your grid.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Do you ever is your Tesco's big enough to have a cafe in there?
No.
Nah, see that's great when you get the full English in the cafe in it and the big Tesco's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Day out.
we've got a big Sainsbury's near us, no cafe in it though.
Has it got 2 floors?
No, it's London, you see.
Yeah,
so we don't.
doesn't have
Apparently,
2
Helen
floors.
thinks every supermarket has 2 floors. I just don't Adam and Eve it. I don't believe it, Helen.
No, not everyone, but I can't believe that you're surprised.
Sam, do you have 2 floors in your big Tesco's up there?
I don't use Tesco's.
Rivalry
Here we go.
already.
Let's
It's
all-
quick
let's all
just
get-
spicing up.
Let's all get ready to judge Sam. What
Yeah.
supermarket do you use, Sam?
Well, where I live, we've got a Sainsbury's,
Nice, yeah.
which I go for Sainos, or we've got an Aldi.
Oh, yeah.
Aldi.
But I do like to shop local. I like the butchers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I like
good.
it.
Yeah, usually. Have you got a deli counter, James?
No, Tesco, most Tesco's have removed them all now.
What? Why? Every
Yeah.
little helps, mate. Every little helps.
I know.
What? Why have they removed those?
It wasn't a money-making thing. They've got a deli on the shop floor, but it's all stocked by people who fill the fresh aisles.
Right.
Oh.
I do love a supermarket. I was listening to an American. We're going to do a quiz in a minute, by the way.
Yeah.
I was listening to an American. I was rummaging around on the internet the other day, and there was an American going, I can't believe these supermarkets. You know, he's doing one of those like the videos for Instagram or whatever, reel. And he was going, Americans, look at this. Look at all the fresh produce they have. And he was going up and down going, look, they've got every vegetable you can imagine. So I imagine America, they don't have vegetables and things, or as many as we do.
It's all frozen.
I don't know what they have in America. If you're an American, let us know. But you know, it's great, isn't it? Do you love a super? I love a supermarket. I like. Don't you just?
I just don't like shopping full stop.
You don't. I
No.
shop every day to eat. Do you do a weekly? Anyone do a weekly?
Amy does that.
James, do you do
Amy
it?
does it online.
James, do you do a weekly, or do you do it daily?
I try and do it monthly.
Monthly.
You can't do
Wow.
monthly.
How big's your fridge?
It's all
Brutal.
tinned food. Then are you just eating tinned food?
No, I do bits and bobs, but I try and do a big shop a month.
How big's the trolley?
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Just a big one. Just a big one.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you doing? Are you doing a daily shop or are you doing a weekly?
Well, because of our shifts, we do 2 days, 2 nights. We do like every few days.
2 days and then 2 nights.
I'm on nights tonight. Yeah.
Are you? What time do you start?
7.
And what time do you knock off?
7.
And what time's the crime happen?
Crime happens all the time.
No, it doesn't. Burglars have to sleep as well. Should we go?
They do it in shifts.
Yeah.
They burgle in shifts.
Right, this week on the Easy, our featured letter was P for Cole Palmer. So all the questions will be about the letter P. There are 11 questions. It's unfair, but this week James will get 6 questions as Gillingham are a bigger club, and you don't hear that every day, do you?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
The Giants of
Do you know, we haven't
Gillingham.
asked you how Gillingham are getting on, mate. How are Gillingham getting on?
Well, we've not played this year yet, and we had a game called off last weekend against Chesterfield, and then sacked our manager. So
Not great then.
Have you got
No.
have you got a new manager coming in?
yeah, John Coleman.
John Coleman.
Mustard.
Right, everything about this quiz is unfair, but that reflects football because football is unfair. Right, you're going to get 11 questions, as we said, 6 to James and 5 to Sam. You get 1 joker you can use to answer the question, but you can only use the joker once. 2 jokers in the studio this week are Tubes and Joe. At the end of the quiz, you've got penalty shootout. We'll explain that when we get there. The prize you're getting is a bucket hat. Everyone loves them. They're very... are you okay, Sam?
I am.
Good, okay. Helen's keeping score. Her word is final. Okay. Are you ready? Let's start with you, James. P is for Premier League. Who scored the first ever Premier League goal? Is it A, Teddy Sheringham? Is it B, Brian Deane? Is it C, Alan Shearer?
Brian Deane.
Brian Deane it is. Brian Deane scored 5 minutes into Sheffield United's 2-1 win over Man United on Saturday, August the 15th, 1992. Yeah. Sam, which club beginning with P did a young David Beckham go on loan to?
Port Vale.
Who knows it?
That's one of us.
Preston North End. Beckham only played 5 games for PNE in the 94-95 season. He did, however, manage 2 goals. Blooming hell, 2 goals in 5 games. That's pretty good. James, P is for PSG. The club holds the record for the biggest transfer fee ever paid in the universe. But for which player? Was it A?
Ever.
Oh, you've got it without me giving you A, B, and C.
Sorry.
No, that's good.
no.
That's good. You're better than our usual contestants. Neymar cost the French club how much? Do you think? Do you know?
150 mil.
150 million.
170.
Higher. 220.
Oh,
Two-
wow.
222 million euros. Mbappe was 180 and Messi was 3. No good, you see. Sam, P is Panenka. Which country is... Who knows his first name? Because I didn't.
Dave.
Dave, it was Dave Panenka. No, and that's really amusing. Which country is Antonin Panenka, inventor of the Panenka chip penalty from? Is it A, Bulgaria, B, Hungary, C, Czech Republic? Sam? A,
I'll
B,
go
or
Hungary.
You're going Hungary.
You have got jokers to use,
Got
by the way.
jokers. Did you know that, Tubes?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Czech Republic.
Did you know that?
Czech Republic.
Yeah, Czech Republic. Panenka scored the decisive penalty in the UEFA Euro 1976 final in Belgrade to claim the title for Czechoslovakia national. He did it in the final.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I didn't. Did you see when they asked Cole Palmer about it? And he said, "Who is he?"
Yeah.
Please don't let Cole Palmer change. Please let him just. I hope he doesn't realise that we love his interviews so much that he starts like leaning into it a bit. I hope he just
When they're playing on it, just speak,
just
keep it real.
Keep being Cole
Just
Palmer.
Be you.
Yeah, isn't he the greatest, Joe?
I love him.
Isn't he the best?
Good player. Yeah.
The best ever.
Best ever.
No. John McGinley.
James, you still with us?
Yep.
P is for penalty miss. 3 England players decided to cash in on our misery when they ruined our summers by missing penalties for England. They starred in a Pizza Hut advert. Name all 3 of the rotters.
Oh, Bukayo Saka.
No, 3 England players. Pizza Hut advert. I'm sorry, you got that wrong.
Oh, sorry.
It was the Pizza Hut advert.
Southgate,
Yeah,
Pierce.
yeah.
And Waddle.
And Waddle, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got both. They all got paid. This is unbelievable when you hear about how much they got paid for doing that advert.
Go on.
50 quid.
£40,000. When you think about how much, that's not even a week's wages for most of the Premier League players.
£40,000.
They got 40,000 each.
So they've been rewarded for missing penalties. So
That's
There
what
we
I
go.
thought.
Yeah,
That's what
They've
I
owned it.
yeah.
They've what's known as owned it.
Yeah,
these days.
but it's our misery.
He had a bag on his head, didn't he, Southgate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the other 2 had missed previously, hadn't they? Right, Southgate missed Euro 96, Pearce and Waddle missed 1990 World Cup, all versus Germany. It's good, guys. Can I just remind you, you've got 2 jokers sitting in the studio if you need to use them, right?
Yep.
But you're both doing well. Sam?
I'm not.
Sam's got both questions wrong.
Sam's not doing well.
Sam's really not doing well.
But he's doing
Don't
well
put
in
icing on
life.
top
Yeah.
of it.
Don't say he's a copper. You've got to look after
Sorry, you're doing really well.
him. Yeah, right.
But he's jumping in though, isn't he?
Yeah.
First answer, instinctive.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
think, mate, take a breath, think.
Yeah. What do you like? Are you right being
Words.
called a copper? Is that still
Yeah.
is that still acceptable?
We get called a lot worse stuff.
What equipment do you get to carry with you? Handcuffs?
Mace,
Baton.
tasers.
Armour vest, baton, cuffs, and then we have what we call powder spray.
Have you got a taser?
It's, I don't carry one. You can, but I don't.
Well, can you
done-
can you
you
choose
done-
what you have?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Have you done taser training?
I've not. I chose not to.
Okay, so
I go in
you-
quite calm and collective, so I like to think.
You talk your way around. That's the
Yeah.
best way of doing it. Do you have what do you call a truncheon? Do they have truncheons
That's
anymore?
We have we have a baton, an extendable baton.
There used to be a truncheon.
yeah, it did.
Yeah, I just imagine you walk in because he's saying he's selecting it. We'll get back to the quiz in a minute. But I just imagine you walk into a room and there's all your things
Yeah.
up there, like you know when the gangsters they go, oh, I'll take
Yeah.
the AK-47 and
Yeah.
the hand grenade launcher and this and that. Is it like that? You go, you've got a wall where you've got all your things and you're allowed to select them for your day out.
I'll say yes for your mind.
I like Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
I'll just say yes.
Well, I imagine Sam talking. What are you taking out today? Oh yeah, I'm taking the spray. Right, Sam
And a truncheon.
and a truncheon. When do they stop being called truncheons?
truncheon. Not you're putting a C in it. You're calling it a truncheon.
What is it then?
Truncheon.
That's how
Truncheon.
it's spelt with a CH, but you're pronouncing it truncheon.
Truncheon. Right, Sam. P is for plastic pitches. 4 clubs had plastic pitches until the FA banned them in 1988. Name 2 of them. What,
We
Helen?
were banned in night. So
I was
recently
going.
they've been banned.
I know this.
Right, so there was 4 clubs which had plastic pitches.
Yeah.
And then they used to play on them regularly. They used to play top flight football, some of them, and then they got banned in 1988. Do you know 2? You could use your jokers if you
Yeah,
don't know.
That's well before my time, so I'll use my joker.
Who are you going to
Hughes,
choose?
I think.
Tubes. Have you got 2?
Yeah, Oldham Luton.
Oldham Luton, correct. Yeah, you could have
Preston
also
North End.
Tubes.
Preston
No
North
worries,
End
Sam, I've got you.
QPR.
and QPR. Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it? They
Yeah,
had those
yeah.
plastic
Crazy.
pitches because they were such an advantage. When you look at the records, they used to win all their home matches because they knew how to play on them. Yeah.
The
I'm
ball
assuming
had
it's
just been.
just like the 4G pitches I have now.
No.
That.
No. It's
They
just
weren't that
literally
far
like.
advanced.
It was
No.
like concrete
Yeah.
with
Concrete, yeah.
like a roll of carpet on them.
Yeah, like
Thin.
something you'd find
Rubbish.
it's like something you'd find in the big Tesco's in the vegetable
In the fruit
department.
veg, yeah, the old fruit veg,
And the ball had just run away
plastic
from you.
grass. Horrible.
Yeah, and they put
Basically
sand
like
on
the
it.
yard you're
Yeah.
playing at
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More or less.
and then everyone would have their legs scraped up. It says here the Football Association banned artificial turf in '88 after complaints about poor footing, rug burns, and unusual bounces.
I believe Thierry Henry, when he went out to play in America, they still had some artificial pitches, and he had it in his contract that
They wouldn't play.
He wouldn't play on those games.
Apparently mucked up your knees, didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. I heard a Liverpool player talk about it once. I think it was going to QPR and just going, it was insane. They were just pumping the balls high and we had no idea how to deal with it because the ball was in the air.
And it looked weird because we were all playing in trainers.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you remember Andy Ritchie? He used to have black sort of like mouldeds on.
Yeah.
James, P is for post-match interview. James, who said this? I have a yogurt here which has an expiry date today, and if I start talking about Delago, I won't get it eaten in time. Delgado. Not Delago. Delgado. Who said that? Who said...
Can I use my wild card, please?
Yeah, your joker. Who do you want to use?
Joe, if possible.
Joe?
Gordon Strachan.
Was Gordon Strachan, yes.
Oh, damn.
Ecuadorian striker Delgado had walked out on the Saints at the weekend after blaming Strachan for his failure to cut the mustard at St Mary's.
Mustard and yogurt.
Mustard and yogurt, yes. Sam, are you ready for this one?
Yep.
Oh, God, this one's so hard. I feel sorry for you, and you've got no joker left. Don't know how you're going to get this. Sam, P is for Paul the Octopus. Paul the German octopus was able to predict the results of football matches from inside his tank. But how accurate was he? Was he A, 51%? Was he B, 73%? Or was he C, 86%? I mean, this is just
I think he was quite good at it, if I recall it.
Right.
So I'm going to go 86%.
You got it right!
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam.
It's unbelievable. Paul correctly chose the winning team in 4 of Germany's 6 Euro 2008 matches and all 7 of their matches in the 2010 World Cup. He also correctly chose Spain as the winner of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. In all, Paul amassed an overall record of 12 correct predictions out of 14, a success rate of approximately 85.7%. How did he do it? It's amazing, isn't it?
Can you tell the difference between a squid and an octopus, Tim?
No. Why?
Well, I can't.
Why
either.
not?
They're identical.
Twice in a week. Amazing.
There we go.
James, P is for Premier League Hall of Fame. The Premier League invented football in 92-93 season. To add insult to injury to people who thought they were playing football before the Premier League, they now have the Premier League Hall of Fame. They've inducted 22 players and 2 managers. There are 2 goalkeepers amongst them. Name them. Name the 2 goalkeepers. Who do you think they are? It's kind of obvious, really.
Peter Schmeichel.
100%. And one other.
David Seaman.
Oh, sadly, it's Petr Cech.
Oh, damn it.
It's mad, isn't it, the Hall of Fame, Premier League Hall of Fame? Because
Did you
kind
not
of...
swap that question for me?
Would you have known that?
Yeah, I got that.
It's kind of insane, though,
It's
isn't it?
unfair, mate. It's the unfair football.
unfair.
Yeah, football's unfair,
There's
pal.
players like Gary Lineker and Ian Rush and Dalglish and Keegan. They can't make it into the
No.
Premier League Hall of Fame.
Because they
Well-
don't count because they didn't really play football.
There was no football before 92-93,
that's
as
when it
we all know.
started.
That's when it started.
And is that probably why Seaman's not in it?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
he had a good stint in the Premier League.
There are some rules to it. You've had to have played 250 games.
Which he probably didn't, did he?
Or you've had to have played 200 games for the same club.
Oh.
So
okay.
I think he probably didn't do 250 games did he, in the Premier League.
But it is a bit unfair because you get like
Football's
absolute
unfair,
legends
Joe.
like
Football's
JJ
Football's
Kocher,
unfair.
Yeah.
and he won't ever get in it because he didn't play long
Didn't play
enough.
enough.
But it just
Unfair.
left their stamp, didn't they, on the
Yeah.
Football is so unfair. That's why we love it.
Yeah.
Sam P is for Park the Bus. Who first coined the phrase Park the Bus?
Mourinho.
Yay!
Sam's catching up there.
Jose Mourinho coined the term Park the Bus in 2004 to describe a defensive football tactic. Mourinho used the phrase to criticise Tottenham's defensive play after their 0-0 draw with Chelsea in September 2004. He said they bought the bus, they left the bus in front of the goal. James, last question is for you. I think this is an easy one, but it might not be. James, P is for Posh. Which club is nicknamed the Posh?
He'll know that, definitely.
Peterborough United.
Yes! Peterborough, the nickname was coined in 1921 after Pat Tyrrell, manager of Fletton United, was reported to say he was looking for posh players for a posh new team. Threaton would go on to become the Peterborough who we know today. That is the end of the quiz. Helen, could you let us know the scores, please?
I will. James had 6 questions and Sam had 5. So James has got 4 right.
That's good.
He got 2 wrong. He's used his joker, so he finishes with 4. Sam got the first 2 questions wrong, then used his joker, and then got 2 right. Sam had 5 questions. He has 3 points. So it's James is 4 and Sam is 3.
Oh, it's so close.
God, it's so finely poised, isn't it?
It's gone and delivered
Banana
again, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is
It's
big.
gone and delivered.
How are you
It's
feeling,
huge.
boys? You nervous going into the
Absolutely
shootout?
Huge.
No.
Okay.
What do you mean, no? Sam, are you nervous?
I've got nothing to lose, have I?
Not to lose. It's so
Oh
close.
my God, Michael McIntyre's wheel has got nothing on
on
it.
that. Absolutely not.
It's really
Great
big.
programme.
They should put us on Saturday night, shouldn't they, really?
Prime time.
Prime time
Yeah.
to do this. So I'm going to ask you a question, then you're going to take it in turns to shout out an answer. We're going to have to rush you. You can't hang about. If you delay, we're going to declare you out. Okay, so we're going to start with James, who's got more, but he's a fan of Gillingham, which is a bigger club. So are you ready, James?
I'm indeed.
Okay. Name footballers called Paul.
Paul Pogba.
Paul Parker.
Yes. Oh, really? They just scored.
Paul Scholes.
Yes.
Paul Robinson.
Yes.
Oh, he's run out. Right, he's run out. Right, Sam, keep going. You can take the win here.
Come on,
Go.
Sam.
Oh.
Anyone?
No, he's run out as well. They both failed. You're kidding me. Oh, it was there for the taking.
Like-
Sam.
Gascoigne?
Sam.
yes.
Mercer.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh.
Absolute shocker.
Oh, both
I had a
of
brain
them.
freeze.
That's what football does.
I thought, you know what? I actually thought they were going to go on forever.
The pressure of the shootout.
Pogba.
And they started well.
Forever's a
Someone said
long
Pogba.
time. Someone said Pogba,
What
yeah.
did he say? Pogba.
Yeah, there was. You're now gonna when you're out on the beat today and you're going hello in your mind, it's gonna be rolling. Paul's just gonna be rolling there.
Out on the beat after defeat.
Oh. Helen, what were the
They
scores?
chuck a beatbox in there.
As we know, it was 4-3 going into the penalty shootout, and they both only scored 2 each. So it finishes with James on 6 points and Sam on 5 points.
Oh, what a
Stinker.
game.
Guys, thank you so much. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for joining
you.
us today.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later.
Later.
See you later.
Bye. See ya.
See ya.
When the game gets it right, it's pure delight. This is what's right with football.
What's right with football this week? Although the first one I'm going to have an argument with. I don't know if it's how it's been written, how it's been sent in, or how it's been written out by our production team, because Luke Rimmer says Notts Forest, and everybody in football
Ooh.
knows that it's Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
So I don't know whether Luke Rimmer has put forward Nottingham Forest, which of course is great. It's like, never Notts Forest, Notts County, Nottingham Forest,
Or Forest.
or just Forest.
Or
yes.
just Forest.
WRD says cheap tickets at stadiums. My club Hull in the bottom 3, but getting 20,000 plus because it's cheap.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
What a brilliant idea.
Really good.
Get them in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can only help the team, can't it?
Yeah.
All right. Stupidly long throw-ins. Rory Delap, Dave Challoner, and now Tommy Tonks of Tamworth.
Tommy
Tonks.
Tommy Tonks of Tamworth. And my what's right with football this week is watching the Tamworth 22, Beck Rayanoro, on the shoulders of the Tamworth 18, Jordan Collinane Lieberd, fixing the net before kick-off with what looked like a roll of sock tape.
Yeah,
Nice.
proper.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Magic of the cup.
Magic of the cup. Should we do a bit of anything but football?
Yeah.
You've had your footy fix, now it's time to switch. It's anything but football.
Chris says this is, by the way, a question which is not connected to football, just picking the great minds of the gang here. Chris says most highbrow critics feel that Morecambe and Wise were the pinnacle of comedy double acts. I believe Cannon and Ball were. What do you think? That's the old school, isn't it?
Right, that's a great question for me, Del Boy and Rodney.
I suppose that you can have them as double act. Morecambe and Wise, I think, are the best. They're the goats, definitely.
Yeah, Morecambe and Wise, I think, were better than Cannon and Ball. Oh no, because I was going to say it used to annoy.
Little and Large.
Straight man fun.
Hale and Pace.
Little and Large. They don't exist anymore. I suppose nothing can exist anymore though because of the internet. You can't. Like, I tell you what exists now is people doing crowd work. So when you go online, the comics don't put any of their stuff on, do they? Their material, they put the crowd work. Oh, you, what's your name there? Oh, yeah. Oh, what are you saying? You got your teeth from Turkey? That Paul Smith does that, doesn't he? The Liverpool guy, and there's Chowdhury and all that lot. They all do their crowd work and they put it online. Because if they put their actual work on, you're not going to see it. So I suppose it's tough, innit, to be a comedy act.
I always wonder how Vic Reeves now feels that Bob Mortimer has gone off with Paul Whitehouse, and I think he feels like a spurned.
No, because Vic's got his own stuff going as well.
Yeah, he does a lot of art stuff, doesn't he?
they just. But Vic and Bob, they've got to be the greatest double act, haven't they? You're right.
Yeah.
Vic and Bob, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's Bob and Paul now, isn't it?
Bob and Paul are good as well.
Yeah, they've got that fishing show's unreal.
Yeah, it's really good.
Bob and anyone's good.
Yeah, he's a lovely fella, isn't he?
Yeah.
I still don't think we answered it.
Well, yeah.
We never answer it.
No, we never do. But Morecambe Wise were brilliant, weren't they? They were.
There just aren't really any kind of modern double acts, are there?
But there aren't any sketch shows anymore or anything.
Romish.
No.
Yeah, Romish and Rob Beckett. Yeah.
But they do ad lib stuff, don't they? It's not.
Yeah, but they're still a sort of comedy duo, aren't they?
Ant and Dec.
Yes.
Ant and Dec on the Jungle.
Act.
On the Jungle, they do bits in between they do their gags.
Again, it's not an act. They're a comedy partnership, same as Rob and Romesh, but it's not an act. To me, is writing sketches and.
How about Robbie and Darren?
Oh,
they're the great act, aren't they?
Yeah, that's going to be unbelievable.
That video of them.
Darren Huckabee, Robbie Knowles.
They're like the latest, aren't they?
Can't wait for that video.
That video is going to be
so good.
Right, that's the end of this week's show. Thank God, because we've run out of steam. If you've got any questions, they don't have to be about football, send them in. And we'll be back. Well, Penny,
bless you.
With Q. God, Q. QPR. That's it. That's my one. QPR. Yeah. Q. We're back with Q.
Quinton Fortune.
Qualifiers.
Qualifiers is good. Don't waste them all now, because there's not many Qs.
All right, see you next week then.
See you next week. Bye.